Let's get it.
Let's get it. Well, you guys, welcome to, you don't know it, but this is actually our second round of this podcast. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty. So thanks for coming and checking in. Another episode of the podcast here. We have the good boss and everybody's favorite, Ryan. One of his best success stories. He's got a lot of success stories, and we're going to get to talk about all of those right now. How you guys doing?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Couch is comfortable.
Oh, hell yeah.
Tired.
Yeah. You don't fall asleep on me, bro. Hard day's work, dude. You got the work boots on. I mean,
We came right from work. Long day of work.
that's what it takes to be a good boss, though. You got to put in the work, too. You know, you can't have everybody just doing everything else. Yeah.
There's times I'm in the truck, driving around. Sometimes I'm, getting dirty. You got to do it all.
That's right. That's right. So he gets dirty. He puts in the work.
I try to not let him do anything except delegate, but he don't listen.
That's all right, though. That's all right. It's good for someone to lead by example. It makes you feel better to work right behind them, right? If he was just sitting in his truck, drinking soda and pointing at what to do, would you even want to work there anymore?
Hell
No way.
yeah.
I knew a guy like that.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude, that's
I might
good
like
stuff.
him a little bit more, be like, that's a damn good boss right there.
Really?
Doesn't even get his feet wet and
Right
he's
on.
fucking
Hey,
running the
you
show.
know, I'll let you know when I have some stuff to do, bro.
I'm going to change at work on Monday. Like, Ryan, go do that. Go do that and that too.
Yeah. That's funny, bro.
Good plan.
But you're probably pretty tired yourself, huh?
Get tired, man.
You can lie all you want, bro. But you're going to post it on TikTok later, too, so I'm going to see it. Yeah, and I threw that out there. Like, I felt bad that Troy couldn't be here, so I was like, if you can bring him by, but I don't know what everybody's got going on, so no big deal, bro.
Honestly, I think I went past that.
Troy said
that
he was
message.
sick, so
No worries.
Yeah, Troy's been sick the past couple of days.
yeah.
But Troy's doing good for anyone that wants to know. He's 39 days clean, maybe?
All right.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't count days for me. I'm not going to count.
You know what, bro? It gets to a point where you're just not counting anymore.
The
and you're-
only point of counting days is so when you're at AA meetings and you
get your chip.
not for yourself, but to show the newcomers in the room that the program works.
As long as you're sober, that's it.
Right.
So you're about 90 days. That's what you...
First will be 90 days.
Okay.
So you don't count.
I know, right? You just went from counting to knowing the exact
He just remembers the day.
Just because it's
You know the
written on
time
my
to- No, I'm
door.
just kidding.
I can find the time. I just got to look back at my camera.
That's funny. That's funny. So I've had a really good time here working with you and doing some stuff, and I feel like this is just the beginning of what we could do together and a relationship that we could build and projects we could do. And I'm editing the video right now, working on it, and I feel bad myself because I'm here just kind of giving out wish list items, and it is essential and it is really good things, but I haven't gone and gotten somebody a whole bunch of stuff. And like I had a couple opportunities to, two opportunities, and both guys actually turned me down. And I was thinking about it today, and I feel like, here we are on the East Coast. Is there a little bit more of a sense of pride when it comes to people taking help?
I mean, I feel like you find that anywhere.
I'll tell you one thing. In an area on the West Coast, they're very used to handouts, and they're very accepting of handouts.
I think it just depends on the person. I really do. Some people just, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're different. They're definitely different.
Well, and to be fair, most of the guys that I'm talking about were older. It's a different generation, and they got a lot more pride, and they don't take things from people. But when it comes time to get what they really need, they'll take a couple bucks or take whatever. Yeah. Really disappointing with Ronnie for me not being able to take him out and get him a steak dinner and get him a room for a couple nights. I was so excited, and then heartbreaking to have that. I need to get my fix. I can't go anywhere line. I was like, whew. And that's something I can't help with.
Yeah, and I mean that was your first time dealing with Ronnie. I've approached him at least 4-5 times, and now it's to the point where if I approach him, I just say, "Hey, Ronnie, do you need anything?" I'm not going to ask him if he wants to go to treatment because I know what the answer is going to be.
Yeah.
And he knows I'm there. All these people that I roll up on, they know that I'm there. If they want, treatment, all they have to do is call me or flag me down. So.
Yeah.
But it definitely, it's a letdown, when someone just doesn't take you up on a great offer.
Yeah, and I get that still where I'm at too. It's just, I know I can come back. I know I can keep doing it like you do. But here out of town, it's like, I'm not going to be here. Like, dude, I can't come back. Like, this is it right now. And on one hand, I do like that a little bit though, because I think when I tell people, it's like, dude, I'm not going to be here in a couple hours. Like, I'm here right now and I will do whatever for you to help you out and get you anything you need. But in a couple hours, when you change your mind, I'll be gone. So let's make it happen. And it puts a little bit more pressure in a good way for them to like, okay, let me make a decision. Let me do something. And even since, other than the time we've worked together, I've been mentioning everybody I've ran into, because I've ran into quite a few people running around helping people. And I've always said, hey, I got a buddy around here. He would put you to work if you wanted to start a job, and having that resource, like I don't have that at home. And that's really cool, dude, because that's the one thing that I can't offer that I'm trying to work toward offering. But at the moment, I can't. Yeah, I'll get there. And I see from your perspective now more too, after seeing your process and seeing how you pull up on people, and like now today I was thinking about it, I was like, this dude's probably just driving around doing his regular job, going spot to spot, and anytime he sees somebody, he takes a couple minutes to give him a shot and offer it to him. And that's awesome. I do things a little different myself. I set aside a certain amount of days a week, and then I just go hit the streets and I help people as much as I can. You're integrating it in your daily life. And that to me is really cool, because I feel like anybody could do that. Maybe not to the level you do, but still, take 5-10 minutes to get someone a burger, or, keep some socks in their car, or whatever, or just talk to somebody. When you see them in the corner, you don't necessarily have to give them money. You could just ask them how they're doing, remind them people care.
And the other thing too is, when I'm driving to, let's say, Home Depot, and I see someone on the side of the road, if they do want to go to treatment, I'll stop right then and there, whatever I'm doing, to make sure I make the phone calls and get them set up. So that's the other thing that people don't really know.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. And I'll drop whatever I'm doing if that person wants help.
How does that play with your family life?
It's tough. I try and juggle, but if someone needs me, if someone's ready that time, my family understands.
Yeah.
We're potentially saving a life.
Yeah.
It's not just me. It's everyone on social media that's sharing, that's donating. It's amazing.
Yeah. So I always tell everybody too, it's a balancing act. It's like a seesaw kind of thing, or a scale. You're helping others and helping yourself. It's always gonna be one or the other. It's never perfectly balanced. And the moment it is, you're one step away. And that's what guys like us have to deal with. Like the emotional toll on you, bro. Like I had a kind of a moment this morning myself.
Yeah, I seen that video you put up.
Yeah, I thought I'd put it out there.
That was great.
I'm like, I don't know. Honestly, that's the first time in like 10 years I've shed a tear. And I don't know what it was, between the music I was listening to and all the thoughts going through my head, missing my girlfriend, my daughter, my dog, everything like
you're
that.
away from home.
Away from home. And it's been a little longer than planned. But it's really, and also all these strikeouts I've had here. And I call it a strikeout because when I only give someone a backpack or a sleeping bag or something and I can't help them get more, I can't do more for them.
Gotta appreciate the little things. So, man, that's what counts the most in life,
And that's what everyone tells me too. But like, I'm sitting here like with the ability to do things that no one else can do in an hour, and I'm going to be gone. And like the other guy the other day where he said he needed $500 to pay his rent, but he wouldn't take money from me. And I wasn't going to give him cash. I was going to take him to go pay the rent.
To pay it, which makes sense.
But he wouldn't do it. But he was happy to take a backpack and he appreciated it. Mm-hmm. For me, that's like, dude, I could fix this problem you have right now. Please let me help you. And it's hard.
Yeah.
And like you're running up on people and offering them jobs, and they say they're going to call.
They
They
never
seem like they're really into it, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
they don't.
The guy from yesterday,
Yeah.
the one with Gambit,
Mhm.
he hasn't called me. I seen someone today.
Ezric.
Huh?
Ezric.
Ezric. Seen another guy today, Pat, that I've seen before. Me personally, I think he's a scam. You know, because there are people that go around trying to just beg for money, but he hasn't called me today. So,
Yeah.
and he said he would call me later. He never did.
This is going to be a funny analogy, dude. But and I don't know if you were like this back in the day, but like it's almost like dating, where you're shooting your shot everywhere you go,
And he
every
gets
time you
turned
see.
down.
Yeah, you just keep getting
Yeah.
turned out, and you keep doing it, and you don't give up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
right.
and it's pretty awesome, bro. Like you got to have a lot in you to be able to keep offering
Yeah.
it and keep going.
Yeah, sometimes I sit there and I say to myself, like, I don't even know how I do it. I really don't. But I just do it. Like, I don't think about it. I just go, go, go.
Yeah.
I think about saving someone's life or turning someone's life around, helping someone. That's like it's real big to me.
And I don't know about you, but I know for me, a lot of times I get in that way too, where I'm like, I feel discouraged. I'm struggling. I'm frustrated because like things aren't working out well as far as people I've been working with, and you know it's not pulling through as I want.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to wonder or question or negative comments, you know, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I'm starting to question everything. Then I get a phone call, and then somebody comes through,
That's right.
and it's like, dude, all right. And it's always right then, you know, when
Yeah,
you're
and you just
you're
keep
almost
going.
at that breaking point, and something comes through.
That's right.
Yeah. Are you guys actually like you get along okay nowadays? You know, you seem to hang out a little bit. You know,
That's why we're spread out. I don't want you sitting there.
Too damn close, man. Put us next to each other.
yeah.
Yeah,
As long
we
as I've
click.
been here, you guys have
Yeah.
been riding together and doing whatever. You know.
Yeah.
He's like my big brother, man.
Yeah.
Adopted me. I'm his
That's
pain
right.
in the ass.
Yeah, that's cool though. That's cool. And then like you guys have it looks like that type of relationship too, where you can give each
Yeah.
other a little bit of crap every once in a while.
That's
and It's all
right.
good, man.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I tell people that all the time, dude. If I'm only nice to you and I've known you for a long time, you know, if I don't give you a little crap once in a while, I might not feel that comfortable with you.
Yeah. That's right.
That's
yeah.
just if I feel real comfy with you, I'm going to treat you like a brother, and I'm going to give you, and I give my little brother a lot of crap.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, Zach, but I love him. I love him. So, but it's all love out there, man, and spreading it and helping others and being like building these relationships with people is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's something special. It really is. So I'm curious, man, and you know, I know this is part 2, but I wonder now that you've had time to think, you know, when this dude approached you and he offered you the job, and you were in that spot, you were, and you look like night and day from that video, and I'll totally play a clip
Offering
of
a
that
young
video
homeless man
right here,
a job.
right
No,
now.
bro.
But
What's your name?
what'd you think?
Ryan,
Did you
I'm
think he
Vic.
was for real?
I'm not
Yeah, I
really here
did,
for the dollar.
really. And if
wanna
I
offer you a
didn't think
job.
it, him coming back again and again
Being
would
serious.
set it in stone, you know.
Have you heard of him?
All right.
Never heard of him a day in my life.
You have any experience with
Like,
anything?
who the hell is this dude? What? The good what? The fuck?
I love to work,
Yes, sir.
man.
I love to work.
I
man.
forget
I've
what
been
else you
working since
said.
I was 14.
What did you say? Oh, I love to work, man. I don't have my glasses. I can't see.
And you couldn't
Something
see
like
a
that.
damn
That was his
thing.
first, thing to say.
Yep.
Was that I didn't have my glasses, which obviously it would have been tough for him to work without his glasses
I wouldn't have
because he's blind.
lost my fingers probably by
Dude,
now.
and what was that like surviving outside with like such limited vision?
It's just a never-ending battle to get high, man. That's all I was. My sights were set on the wrong things, you know.
Were you like, burning the wrong things and stuff though at times? Like, I'm just saying you couldn't see very well, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, that must have been, the toughest thing.
The hardest thing was walking around at nighttime because I'd walk around all night long trying to find whatever I could, and I would literally walk into like light posts because in Lowell they're black. I'd walk face
man.
first
I
and
don't
have
wanna
like a bloody
Well,
nose.
I mean, we've all seen that in the movies and stuff. We
Yeah.
have that imagery in our head right now, and
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough. It's real, but you know, it's still.
And then like trying to shoot up, not being able to see. That's why I missed all the time and got an abscess because like I
Yeah.
couldn't see. You know.
That's why he looked like Popeye with that arm.
That's how you kind of got the infection in the arm and
from
stuff.
like an abscess missing, and I was shooting up
Wow.
with like lime juice, so that
Ugh.
shit fucked you up wicked bad.
Wow, that's a trip, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then the worst thing too was like signing for money. Like people would be trying to hand me money, I couldn't even see them. Like they'd have to flick their lights on if it was getting dark.
Did people get frustrated with you?
No, like
Okay.
some people did, Joe. I've had people throw coffees at me, like iced
told me that.
coffees. And iced coffee I got covered in.
Oh.
That's
It was
kind of messed up. Like, if you think about that, there's people out there that really drive by people outside, whether they're homeless, holding a sign or whatever, and they throw a coffee at them.
Bro, I've heard of people giving, like this one girl I met, somebody gave her an empty pizza box. They said, "Are you hungry? Here," and gave her an empty pizza box.
That's messed up.
Yeah, dude. Like,
It
could
really
you-
is messed up.
So, on that note, man, you know, have you ever had anything like that happen to you? Anything bad, or has everybody been pretty good?
Other than the coffee, you know, people like I'm very humble and respectful, you know. Like
Yeah.
some people would be signing, be like, I just want to get high. Like I never said that, you know. Like
Yeah.
I was always like, God bless you, thank you, sir, miss, you know, real nice.
You never made one of those signs like, "I'm not gonna lie, I just want to get high," or something like that.
My signs always said like I'm homeless and hungry.
There's a guy by me, and actually, he and I have a cool relationship. He's a good dude, and his sign's like, "I'm not gonna lie, I just want a beer," and he's like, it
This is
makes
being
people
honest.
laugh.
Yeah.
He's like, honestly, I don't even really drink that much beer, like, but it makes people laugh, and like, I've done the best with this sign, you know, and that's what I've heard from a lot of people is once they have a sign that works well, that's their sign, like that's the one they're gonna use, and sometimes there's things on that sign that's not true.
Yo, when my glasses got stolen, I wrote down like I lost everything. Like I need glasses, something like that. And my shoe, I didn't even have shoes at the time. Like one person went to the store, bought me a pair of Nikes, and then mad people like donated money for me to get glasses. Like it was pretty cool, but
And that was when he started working with you.
I don't know if it was before or after.
Didn't you say that someone gave you $20 because they seen my video?
Yes, some girls like, yo, you're Ryan. I seen you on Victor's videos. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? I'm on TikTok. What is that? Yo, no way.
I've heard that from people I've helped as well. Like, you know, that people see them in my videos and they actually get more help because they've been in my video. Now people see that they're actually a good person and that they can, you know, they're approachable. And it makes a big difference because
Yeah.
a lot of people are kind of scared or on the fence. They don't know.
Yeah.
You see somebody covered in tattoos and, you know, whatever, you know, they just look intimidating and people are scared to approach them. But then they see them in one of our videos and they're like, wow, they were really nice to Victor or Nate. So I'm going to go help them out and see if I can give them something. Or I know they like this thing. He got them a cheeseburger. I know they like whatever, you know. And that's something I never thought would happen doing this stuff. But it definitely
It's
does.
amazing.
A lot of people are quick to judge too.
Yeah.
People need to stop doing that.
Lots
Give
of people
someone a
would
chance.
yell at
If
me
they
to
screw
get
you
a
over,
job.
It is what it is.
Yeah, just be prepared.
Yeah.
Like cover your bases. You know, make sure you can't get totally screwed, but give
That's right.
someone an opportunity.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. That's important.
Yeah, people need to start realizing, start thinking a little different.
Now, you know, where I'm at, the biggest hang up for people to get jobs is ID, Social Security. Like they need to have like 2 forms of ID, whether it's birth certificate, Social Security, ID. They got to have 2 forms and everything gets stolen when you live outside, right?
Yeah, or you
Everything.
lose it.
All the time. So how do you work around that? Or do you
So-
work around it?
I mean, I guess it's a good question because some people like today, the guy that I seen today was a guy that I seen before, and when I seen him before, he told me that he's got not even just no ID, he's got no citizenship. You know, he's here illegally. And the thing I say is, I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's get you hired and then go from there. You know, there are steps where you can hire, you know, illegal immigrants and try and sponsor them and this and that. So I just, in the moment, I don't care. If they want to work and they want to change their life, I'm going to take them on and help them.
But you do what you need to legally to make sure you're good, right? But at the same time, like, you know, you're taking a risk that a lot of people aren't willing to take. And that's why I want my company to grow and do more. I want to be able to do that too.
Yeah.
You know, and I think more people need to. You know, it's weird, bro. It's like you used to be able to just go into a place, fill out an application,
Right there
Yeah.
on
right
paper.
there
everyone,
on
everything.
paper, and be
Yeah,
like,
it's
yeah. And
all
then
online.
one of my best jobs ever, bro. I walked in, I wanted to apply, and as I was walking out, they're like, hey, come back. And I'm like, what happened? They're like, well, right as you walked out, the kid that was supposed to come in called in sick.
You're
You want to
hired.
start today? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you can start right then and there.
That ended up being one of the coolest jobs of my
Yeah.
life, man. And I don't think those opportunities are around like they used to be. Everything's online.
That's right.
Everything's
Maybe like little mom and pop pizza
Yeah.
places, shit like
They can do that
Yeah.
stuff because they have a week or two to get you set up in the system. You know, so that's why I do what I do is I don't care. You want to work? Let's go.
yeah.
But the other thing too is, to be honest, I don't get many people that take me up on my offer. I ask my whole time doing this, I probably asked at least 200 people. I would say
At least, yeah.
I've gotten what, a total of a handful, 5. You know, and some of them don't last. You know, so I just keep trying.
Yeah.
I mean, I've changed other people's lives. They didn't necessarily work for me, but I helped them get treatment through the Good Project, and you know that's great. So some people, they don't work for me; they do their own thing.
But they've gotten the help they needed.
That's right.
And they have a friend or multiple friends, right? I see you.
There's
Lifelong
people.
friends.
There's people in the Good Project that we've helped that are still my friends. You know, till this day.
Yeah.
So male and females. So it's great.
The Good Project. Let's talk. What do you got going on with that? How does it work?
So, the Good Project is a 501c3, and we simply help homeless people in addiction. We help them with whatever they need. It was founded about a year ago, this month, I think, or maybe August actually. So a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
And I found it when I offered a homeless man a job, and he took me up on my offer. Brought him to treatment in Texas. A whole bunch of people got together. You know, one guy that I know from Roofers in Recovery, he scholarshiped him down in Texas. And everyone just got together. There was a dental office that did his teeth for him. And so I was just thinking, like, why not start a nonprofit so that people can help me help others?
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And here we are.
That whole thing's beautiful, dude. I love it. It's got to be a lot managing the nonprofit plus your
Oh, yeah.
regular business.
And
I
then
can
the
only
haters.
imagine.
People try and bring you down.
Yeah.
But you know what? I take the bullets and I stand up. It's like I'm wearing a bulletproof, bulletproof vest.
You're ready to go. You're never
Yeah.
going to stop shooting your shot. Yeah.
I'm never gonna stop doing this.
Yeah. No matter what happens. That's how I feel
no matter
too.
what happens.
No matter what happens. The crazy thing is I started this thing doing Uber Eats on the side, taking what I make, going and buying people shoes and whatever,
Yeah.
burgers. And then it started growing and growing and growing. And before I knew it, you know, people were chipping in and I was able to do a lot more.
Yeah.
I did all that in a matter of months, dude. And now
Yeah.
I'm like, if I did it once, I could do it again.
That's right.
And I'd like to think I could do it faster this time because I've done it. You know, so no matter what happens, this is it. This is life. This is where I'm going, and I see you on that same path. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it, bro. I love it. How can people help out the Good Project?
They can donate thegoodproject.us or the link in my bio.
We'll buy some of these nice shirts.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We have these shirts here that one of my best friends came up with the design all the way on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Jesse on to the next one detail. He came up with this design, and 30% of net profits go towards helping someone just like this man right here.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. So, what's the best way if somebody wants to make sure they're doing it the best way possible? Straight donation, buying a bunch of merch?
Best way is a straight donation because that's 100% a donation.
Yeah.
If they bought this, I mean, they get to wear a nice T-shirt and a donation. Those are really the two ways that would really help out. It is very expensive helping people, like, you know, for example, him. Anyone in addiction, you know, it's about $1,000 a day just to get them clean and, where they need to be. But then after that, there's sober living, there's, food. Obviously, they eventually get a job.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing that I do is I like to at least raise like $7,500 because, and now that includes a scholarship. So the $7,500 will help them, get a month, 2 months of sober living.
Plus, a lot of
Groceries.
rehabs don't like. They make you buy your own food while you're there. A lot
Really?
of them. So
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
So for
Yeah.
example, like while he was down there, I would send him money.
He would send the rehab money.
The rehab money, yeah, there was like a card that they give them. I would send 400, 500 a week, whatever, whatever was reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
And I manage the money entirely. Then when he gets out, like right now, he has a Cash App card. If
Yeah.
he needs something, he'll tell me what he needs. We'll guesstimate how much it'll be. I'll send it to him. If it's any more, he'll send it back.
That's cool.
And I send him the receipts.
Yeah, and he sends me the receipts too.
No, that's good. That's
I'm
cool.
holding him accountable.
Yeah.
And that's what people need in recovery, especially early recovery. So my program, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm trying to build, is to be their friend, family, hold them accountable, and just show them the right way to live and do the right thing. Hold their hand without holding it,
Totally.
Yeah.
Just like a brother.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or an uncle or whatever.
Whatever.
Everyone calls me Uncle Nate. So, it's all good. We have, like me, I have a very large extended family nowadays. So many people call me family.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
and it's like,
Same here.
we're not friends anymore. We're family. I'm sure that's how you guys feel. You
Hell
know,
yeah.
and you feel like that even with people that have fallen off that you've worked with in the past, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If they were ready, let's go. I know that's how I feel to a point, and that's the hardest part with doing this is when do you draw the line? At what point you stop?
When they stop helping
Yeah,
themselves.
so that's a good thing to say, because if I put someone through treatment, let's say they relapse, they go through whatever they go through, I'm still here for them.
Yeah.
There does come a point in time where I'm sitting more on the sidelines. I back away until they're ready. If they want to go back to that life, that is up to them. I will never force anyone, but I will always be there for them.
Yeah.
Unless they do something entirely wrong to me, then I might just say, see you later. I can't talk to you anymore.
But you're not going to send them a treatment 6 times, right? I mean, at some point
he
it's like,
probably would,
dude,
man.
You know,
This dude has
I
a
mean,
heart of gold.
I would.
But
He
it's-
would.
but money,
Money,
right?
yes.
You're
So
gonna run out.
in that case, they'll have to either go to like a state-funded place, get their own insurance. I'll guide them, what to do. I cannot give them a scholarship time after time. That's one thing that I do put my foot down with.
Is there a limitation with the scholarships as far as the place itself is concerned, or is it just kind of open book for what you use your own judgment for it?
Yeah, so I like when I bring someone there, I use my own judgment. I do my own assessment, and then they do their own assessment. They give me a X amount of scholarships. I work with a few different places, and we work it out.
Do you have more scholarships than you could use?
No,
No,
not at all.
it's basically like one a month, really.
Okay.
I would have more, if people didn't, hate on me and try and twist the story around and all that junk.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so we mentioned that the other night out to dinner a little bit, and I feel a lot of like pressure or whatever kind of hate or getting donations is not as easy as people think. Not if you're a good person, man. If you're a scam artist or whatever, I don't understand how they do it. There's like 60 scam accounts of mine out there all the time. I don't understand. Yeah, and that's a real thing we deal with, every creator, apparently. But because we actually get donations, those are like, I don't know. That's a whole thing that sucks. I hate people getting scammed. It pisses me off, dude. Really does. But there's a whole thing with getting donations too, where people sometimes have kind of expectations. They don't donate as free as maybe they should in a way. Because you can't always have an expectation if if you donate for a certain person and then they fall off and you love that, like you really wanted to see that person succeed. Well, maybe it's going to go to the next person. You don't know who they are yet. You know what I mean? And they could be they could fall in love with that person even more, want to help them even more, but they won't know that till you find them and you see it. And there has to be an amount of trust there, and that's why I like to kind of have a donation pool to work with myself. And, people always want to contribute to the last person I helped. And it's like, I already got them a bunch of stuff. We did a lot for them. I'm looking for the next one. And as I find the one that wants to come back inside and is ready to take that chance and go for it, get a job and get back on their feet, there has to be some money there to make that happen. A lot of times I'm putting money out and then putting the video to try to recoup what I lost to put out there, you know? So it's a balancing act for sure. And it's not as easy as people think.
Yeah, the other thing that I like that we do is we film everything.
Yeah.
So people that are donating, they can see exactly where the money's going.
Yeah.
There's no discrepancy.
And you do like a contingency plan, like on mine donation thing you set up.
Yeah.
You said if I fell off the wagon or whatever,
That's right.
that you would send the money.
I would send the money to his son.
Yup.
So in his case, we raised like $13,000 for him. If he, didn't do the right thing, the rest of that money would have went to his son,
Yeah.
who's 11 years old.
12 now.
12.
He was 11 when you started it.
Yeah, I think from me, from now on, when I do GoFundMe's and stuff for people and raise funds for them, if they're not pulling through on something that they committed to, if they get a job, I start a GoFundMe for them and we start to help them build what they need to get into a place. But they go, dude, I got tons of money. I don't need to work anymore. I'm good. No. It doesn't work like that. And I got to be able to go, no, that's it. But there's a fine line there too. This is what I play with all the time that's really hard is no matter what, I don't want to make people look bad and ruin an opportunity they could have.
That's right.
Even if they do it to themselves, it's a fine line because I have faith that they're going to turn it around.
Mm-hmm.
And if I go make them look like a jerk on social media and somebody else sees that, then they're not going to give them that opportunity when they're ready.
Yeah.
When they finally go, hey, I screwed up. I'm going to go get a job now,
Mm-hmm.
and I already put a video out there to make them look like they failed. It's a tough balancing act, and
Yeah, it is.
It is. But you have to be honest with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
To an extent, there's still always personal things you got to respect for everybody too.
Definitely.
For sure. So, it's been fun working with this guy, huh?
It's been the best time of my life, man. I've never been this happy in life ever.
I saw the video with the last stone you put in, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really picked up on this trade a lot.
I really enjoy it.
In a week's time.
Yeah.
So
10 days, a little
yeah,
more
all right,
than
we'll give
a
him
week.
10 days.
Is
Try to
there
make you look
anything
better.
more he can do other than waiting for the next job with stonework to like further that passion and that part of his career?
Just mimic this guy right here.
Yeah, so I'm
Can
gonna
you guys
try.
build some crap in your backyard or something? I don't know.
Yeah, he's gonna shovel snow. I mean, some people think it's easy shoveling snow, but
No
there
way.
is a
It's a
method.
workout, yo.
It's a
I'm a beast
workout.
at shoveling. I'll
Yeah.
teach you guys
So he's gonna-
things. Yeah.
He'll do that. I like to stay busy in the winter and do like interior stuff.
Okay.
So he'll do a little bit of everything.
Probably
you know?
tile up some, like,
Yeah. If
or
I can't
stone
get
up
work,
like a shower or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and if I can't get work, I'm gonna figure it out.
You already figured it out.
Yeah, I already have a backup plan where he can work somewhere. A good friend that I know. So big shout out to Pete if you're watching this.
And that's funny because on that subject, bro, that's like me selling my socks. It's like that's something we can do indoors and do all year round. And you got shirts. And
That's
if
right.
you sell enough of those, you're gonna need somebody's help to ship them and
Oh, I
package
was
them and
just
do whatever.
helping with
Yeah, that's
that
right, he was
the
just
other
helping with
day.
that.
yo.
There's a job.
Yeah,
You
there's
know,
always gonna be something he can do.
Yeah.
He's a quick learner. He's a
Yeah.
good worker. He's got a lot of respect. So I appreciate that, and I'm grateful for you.
I'm grateful for you, man.
So let's get into what made you start doing this, man. Like you don't have to go all the way back,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in a nutshell.
It's simple. I drive around. I see these people holding a sign, begging for money. So I just said, why not offer them a job? I don't want to see them out here begging for money. Some people like it. They enjoy it. But there's some people that do it because they need to.
Yeah.
They need that money. They need that fix. So why not offer both a job and sobriety?
Yeah.
I have experience in both, so
Yeah.
I can teach them.
So you've dealt with addiction in your
Yeah,
past.
I have 11 years clean.
This is great to show people that there's actually a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, there's definitely a light.
How
Sobriety's
long have you
great.
been clean for?
Almost 12 years.
And do
Holy
you have
crap.
cravings anymore?
No. I do not have cravings.
Perfect.
I do not. No. It's crazy. I don't even. It's like it's just never thought in my mind. Like I can talk about drugs.
What was your thing, if you don't mind me
It
asking?
was perks, opioids,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
and cocaine actually.
Okay.
But I went to prison. I did my detox in prison. They gave me nothing. They just locked my jail cell, and I couldn't sleep for like 5 nights,
Yeah.
and that was the worst. And then I did my time. I found a routine, and I just said, you know what? Life is precious. I look at it like this: you have one chance on this earth, absolutely one chance. You're never gonna come back. You might come back as a bird or a dog, but you don't know that.
Not as the you are today.
That's right. You're never going to. So enjoy life. Don't waste it. I mean, I shouldn't be really speaking, but I work so much. I should really back up a little and enjoy life.
You got to balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I still enjoy life.
Yeah.
I enjoy working. I work for my family. I work so that I can inspire others, and I do this stuff, helping people.
It's that old saying, right? If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
That's right.
Yeah.
100%. And that's totally me.
That's how I feel too, bro.
Yeah.
Because
I love doing this stuff.
I say I'm at this 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, but I don't count. I don't know. I wake up and I'm doing something that's related to it.
That's right.
And I am until I go lay down, or I stop at the end of the night and I put on a movie or something.
Yeah.
It takes me 2 or 3 days to finish a movie because I have to get like a half hour in and I'm out.
Same way.
You know what I mean?
I just watched the movie last night with my fiance, and it's been a long time since we did that.
That's good.
Yeah.
But that's almost like work in itself
Impossible.
too.
Good movie.
Yeah, like you it's something you need to do.
You
know
need
what I
to.
mean? And when if you're like me, like I need to make sure I'm getting something done. If I'm sitting idle doing nothing, I'm going nuts, bro.
Me too.
And if I'm enjoying time with my family or my daughter or my girlfriend,
Yeah.
I'm still getting something valuable done that needs to get done.
Yeah.
And it's good. But just sitting around doing absolutely nothing, I go nuts.
Yeah, I can't do it.
No way.
Most nights when I lay in my bed, my mind is racing, thinking about tomorrow, the job that we're doing, or because owning a business is not easy.
No, it's a lot of
If
work.
you don't own a business, most people do not understand.
You got 2.
Yeah, I got really 3. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, selling T-shirts, the nonprofit, VCO landscaping.
Well, the T-shirts is part of the nonprofit, but it's
Yeah.
a job for you to
Social
get out there
media.
and do it.
That's
Social
a
media is
whole nother
definitely a
job.
lot of work, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that's a trip. I have the same kind of passion because I don't know. I don't like to think of myself. I've struggled with addiction. I've never had to go into treatment.
Yeah.
I had a shocking moment with my little dog.
That's right. I
That
remember.
made me really want to change when I was in a bad area with him, and he was getting kind of secondhand smoke and getting high himself
Yeah.
from something that's not legal, if people understand what I'm saying. So it was not good. And I felt like a horrible dog dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how am I ever going to be anything more than, like, I can't even take care of a dog, dude?
Yeah.
Seriously? So that was my big kick for me that made me, I got to change. I'm done. No more. This is it. And then I went and I slept for like 4 days. I ate so much food.
Yeah.
And then just got back on track, started riding my bike. I grew up riding BMX. I've always been a BMXer. And then I got back. I'm an idiot, though, because I started riding my bike again. And I thought I could do all the stuff I could do when I was like in my teen years, And I went to do a 360 over a decent-sized dirt jump up where I used to ride by myself.
Yeah.
Nobody's around. And I broke my ankle really bad. Really bad. And this is weird because nobody was anywhere. I'm up in the hills, dude. It sounds like a tree branch break, like my bone.
God.
It's that, just like the movies. I'm not kidding. No joke. Never forget that sound. I tried to step on it, and it's just like everything was gone. My foot was,
God.
there was nothing there. I didn't know how I was even going to move or whatever. A homeless dude comes out of a bush with a crutch, like he's made from a piece of wood. And he couldn't walk the best himself. But he was like, here, take this.
Oh my God.
And I tried to use it, but I was still like, it was still awkward. It was still weird.
Yeah.
I ended up hopping on my bike and just sitting down, and like I got a little bit of a momentum, and I just went downhill to where my dad picked me up. But that homeless dude that came out of nowhere that stopped to help me when no one else was there, like that's something that's really played into, I think, everything I've done and
Yeah,
like what I
definitely.
think about, you know?
There's a reason for everything.
Yeah, and I didn't think about that until I had already been doing this for a while. And then I was like, wait a minute. Of course, that has to do something with partly why I'm passionate about doing this. Partly. It's not just like the one reason, you know, but the other thing is just like the rising cost of housing is insane. There's people that are going to be living in their cars all over the country.
That's right.
And then when their car breaks down or gets towed, now they're in a tent.
That's right.
You know, and I like to think that this is generalizing it, but there's really, you know, there's mental illness, there's addiction, and then there's like hard times. And I think it always starts kind of as hard times. And then if there is any of these underlying or that have been there in the past, they come out real bad, and they get worse. Yeah. You know,
3 of those are usually intertwined with one another. They go hand in hand, you know.
Yeah, we all struggle with something.
Causes addiction. Addiction causes homelessness.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Well, and sometimes homelessness is there, and then your homeless friend who has been an addict forever, it's like, dude, if you try this, bro, you won't worry about nothing anymore, you know? And then boom, it's over.
Most of the time, though, like people who are homeless were an addict first, and they had it took everything from them. That's why they're homeless.
Or a gambler.
Or
a lot of gamblers are homeless.
Yeah.
I had a problem with gambling too.
Yeah, a guy I met the other day, dude. It was heartbreaking because dude is young.
I've seen that video.
He looks super clean. Someone had just gotten him clothes and everything. Like I know he lives outside. I know who he camps next to. Yeah. They told me to go help him out because he had nothing. And someone had just hooked him up when I approached him. So he didn't look like he was homeless, but I know he was, or still is. But gambling's his thing, dude. And that's so hard for me. I'm like, bro, if you have the same story 10 years from now, you're not going to look like you do today. You're not going to be able to come back from this as easy. You know, you're going to get down deep. So, yeah. Your story a little bit in a nutshell, bro. What happened to put you where you were?
A lifelong of bad decisions. I broke my ankle when I was a kid, like you. Yeah. It wasn't as bad. I didn't have no pins. They just put it in a cast. Then I sprained my other ankle. So I was like in a wheelchair, and my mom started feeding me perks. This was like in the 5th grade. Wow. And so like I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Like I thought, oh, I'm just doing what my mom told me to do, you know. But that set me off for the lifelong time of drug use, you know, like, and I never thought I had a problem. Like I'd always work. I worked my whole life until I became homeless and lost my glasses. It was like the longest I ever went without a job. But
addiction and usage of multiple things was all throughout your lifetime.
Whole life. Like I never spent more than 2 days sober ever.
School and everything?
I was selling pills in school, smoking dope in the bathrooms, like from middle school through high school. And I changed high schools like every year.
Did you finish high school? Oh.
To Florida. And no offense to people in Florida, but
I didn't finish high school.
You would have if you went to Florida, bro. Yeah. Like everything they were teaching in high school, I had learned in middle school in Florida. Okay. So they're real behind than we are up here.
I went to night school and graduated early myself. So like I had a weird thing that I snaked out of it, bro. I'm not. Yeah.
I dropped out in 10th grade. Yeah. I hated school. Hated it.
Well, not for me either.
Yeah. It's not for everyone.
You made it through with everything you had going on. Don't put it all on Florida. You still did a thing, dude.
I went to 2 classes my senior year in the morning. The rest of the time I got to work for the people I ended up living with at that whole body benefits place. She was in LMT, specialized in essential oils, but you don't need medicine for nothing. Essential oils are the key. That's right. Doctors want to make money, so they try to sell medicine.
It's all about money, and that's why people get hooked on freaking drugs.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not going to get into that whole pharmaceutical thing.
Yeah, forget it.
We could be here 2 hours,
bro. On our next podcast
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. But so you were in and out of homelessness pretty much. You're 28.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been homeless twice in my life.
What was the longest stretch?
This past whatever many months it
years?
was. No, not 2 years. I was
Oh,
like 6, 7. I don't know.
Yeah.
Time's not right when you're homeless, but
Yeah, you lose track, right?
days just the same thing, trying to get money, get high, repeat, so you're not sick, not fiending out. Like,
Yeah.
and it was way worse because when I became homeless, that's when I started shooting up and shit. Like, I never shot up my entire life. I always smoked everything I did.
So for normal people, or not normal, people that live inside, people that aren't homeless, for people that live inside, we get to use the bathroom whenever we want. We get to take a shower whenever we want. We get to go do laundry whenever we need to do laundry. Food. Sure, we can go to the store and buy it, but we could just cook it up. Those are the kind of things I'm curious. How did you manage that when you were living outside?
Same clothes for like 2 weeks straight, man. But there's like some places in Lowell that like help homeless people. Like they'll let you go take a shower, use the
Yeah.
bathroom. They'll give you
There's a
some
lot of
clean
stuff like that.
clothes, like they'll give you a little something to eat, like a peanut butter and jelly or something. But honestly, like I never really messed around. Like I did use it sometimes, but I didn't care really. Like my only thing was to get high. Like this dude seen the clothes I was in for like 2 weeks, when they probably knocked your ass out, bro. Like they were bad.
Wow.
Like I didn't care how I looked. I didn't care about eating. Like
So just whatever you were given, whatever was
people
there.
would give me food and I'd go trade it for dope, man, because my dope man was a fat, pretty chunky, and he liked to eat food. Like it was that bad. Like I wouldn't even eat the food people gave it. Like, I did sometimes, but yeah, it was not good. That's why I was 115 pounds when I went into the hospital.
What are you now?
175.
Yeah, bro.
It's like over
You've
60
gained a couple
pounds.
pounds, dude.
It's like
I need to go the
£1 a
opposite
day.
way myself, bro. I got my dad belly on for sure, dude. That's crazy, bro. I'm curious, like, have you watched much of my content and my videos?
Bro, I just started watching them like a couple days ago. Man, I've never even used TikTok
Don't feel
before.
bad, bro.
I
Don't
made
feel
one
bad.
just so I could watch Victor's videos,
Yeah, no, it's all good.
But I've
I'm
been
just
watching
curious.
a few of them and they were really good, man. Like,
What do you think about how I do things, man?
I think you both are blessings, man. Like, never count yourself short for anything you two do. Like, it's the littlest things, Even just smiling at someone, telling them to have a good day, like
That's right.
that could change someone's whole fucking day and it's precious.
Yeah, dude. Some of the best videos I've had, like view-wise too, have just been getting someone a cheeseburger. And I'm like, I feel like this, I almost don't want to post them because I'm like, I'm not even spending any money. I'm not doing much. This is so simple. I want to do so much
It's
more.
the little things, man.
And
that
my
mean the
girlfriend tells
most.
me all the time too, yeah, it's the little things. And she's like, it's good to remind everybody else that it doesn't take much and that
doesn't take much
anybody
at
could
all.
do something.
Yeah.
And I think that I have seen through the comments that a lot of people have changed things and how they interact with people, and that they've now bought somebody some
That's right.
food or done something because of my videos.
That's right. We are doing something. I'll
Yeah,
tell you that right now.
yeah. It's pretty
On a
amazing.
worldwide basis, you guys are
Yeah, I
doing
know.
stuff.
Worldwide,
It's
yeah, we have
insane.
People everywhere, fans everywhere. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
People watching our videos are like, oh, because of your videos, I got clean. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's crazy.
That's the biggest
Or
thing.
that phone call you got from the dude, yo.
Oh yeah. People
Insane.
saving people's lives.
This dude
Yeah.
was gonna kill himself, and he
Yeah.
watched Victor's videos and
Yeah, he was gonna pull the trigger, loading his barrel, and because of one of my videos that he watched, he didn't do it,
Wow.
which is it's crazy. Gives me the chills when I talk about it.
That is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's not even it. There's much more. People
Yeah.
have called me. I've cried on the phone with people because they called me and said like, "You're a blessing. I'm clean because of you." One guy is an EMT.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's clean because of my video. Like he got himself clean because of my videos.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, aside from that, is there anything else from creating this content that you've been doing now for a while you know, you didn't think would come from it. Something that, you know, obviously saving people's lives, but anything else that you've seen that you didn't expect in a good way.
In a good way. I mean, I didn't expect all these people to come together. You know, people notice me everywhere I go. They're like, what you do is amazing. I didn't expect this to happen. I just wanted to help people.
How do you, because I deal with that too. How do you interact with the stardom? I don't feel like I'm famous, but people always, yeah.
A lot of people, like, they'll approach me and they'll be like, oh my God, you're famous. You're that famous TikToker. And the first thing I say is, I'm not famous.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy that has a lot of followers and I love to do good things.
He's officially famous, okay? They hooked him up with a free coffee at Starbucks, an extra large one.
You remind me of people that I work with too. They say that
When
to
you
me,
get
and I'm
free
like,
coffee,
you need
that's
to remember,
stardom.
bro.
That is
You're just as famous, dude.
That's right.
I haven't got no free coffee yet.
Oh, believe me. What do you mean? You're going to get free tea.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So he's never bought you anything?
No,
Oh,
not
yeah.
from him. I'm talking about
I bought you lunch today. I bought you lunch yesterday.
breakfast, lunch, coffee.
Hey, I paid for your dinner the other
That's
night,
right.
bro.
Yeah, but I'm
I'm just busting your chops, man. It's all love, bro. I don't know if you've experienced this. The other day, my daughter, she was like, "Daddy, are you famous?" I was like, "No, I'm your dad." And she's like, "Really? Because everyone in class tells me that you're famous.
Yeah.
They said my dad's famous." And I'm like, "No, I'm just your dad. That's all I am." She's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, that's what I told him." I said, "He's not famous. He's just my dad." Have you had your girls say anything like that?
Not.
My son said that shit.
So,
he was
yeah,
like,
that's
"How
right,
do
his
you?
son.
How does it feel to have a famous friend who's rich?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, my.
Oh, rich. Yeah, no.
I mean, my daughter's 7. Your daughter's 6. So
Yeah.
your daughter's getting it sooner. Mine hasn't really, asked me that. It's funny though. My kids know like what I do, and I think their teachers have said it to them, but not really kids in the class. But my youngest daughter, she's 4, and it's so cute. She's like, "Daddy, you're the good boss." Cutest thing ever.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, they know what I do. They know I help the homeless, and I have new friends now that I've helped. So they know what I do.
What's the worst, most dangerous, whatever experience you've had doing what you do?
This one kid recently, he was a young kid, definitely had something going on, mental health or whatever. And I don't know, it was just a weird encounter. I obviously approached people with my truck, so he was on my window side, and he wasn't like the things he was saying, like just didn't make sense. And he had his hands in his coat pocket, and he turned like one certain way. It was just weird. I thought he was gonna maybe stab me or something like that. And he was just the way he was acting was very strange.
Were you in your truck?
I was in my truck, yeah.
Yeah.
He then like approached the window closer. I think he said like, "You care if I come closer? I want to tell you something." And it was very weird.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I didn't get scared.
Nothing happened though. It was a close kind of scary thing.
Yeah, I think he thought I was like making fun of him, just by some of the things he was saying, and I just simply assured him that I'm here to help him.
Yeah.
If you want my help, take it. If not, I'll keep going.
The
But-
worst thing that's ever happened to me, I was actually looking for Billy in L.A. This guy we raised $10,000 for, we still can't find.
Wow.
And I was going around camp to camp. I saw these people were using. I could see it from far away. So I saw someone walking into their camp, and I asked her. I told her what I'm doing, and that I'm looking for Billy. I didn't say we raised this amount of money for him. I just said, "Hey, I'm a YouTuber, and a lot of people reached out. They want to help him get back on his feet. I'm trying to find him." They're like, "Well, I don't know Billy, but let me ask in the camp. Hold on a second. Wait here." And I waited at the bottom. They were up along the side of the freeway. And one guy comes out. I see him, and as soon as he gets his hit and finishes his thing, then he comes down and talks to me. And he's just like, he's still staying a little far away. He's like, "Yeah, no, I don't know him, bro. Nobody here knows him." I'm like, "Okay." And then as I turn around, I hear somebody yelling, "Hey, hey!" And they run me down. And she just looks at me, and I was like, "What's going on?" And she just stares me down, She didn't say a word, grabbed my camera, ripped it off my chest, and then started to walk away, and she threw it.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa, that was kind of crazy, you know. And I went and picked it up. They left me alone. Come to find out, that's the group or someone in that group or camp robbed a Billy not
Oh,
long ago. So they did know who he was.
that's crazy.
And now, you know what I mean? So there was some reasoning behind all that, you know, and I
Yeah.
didn't really totally know what I was getting into. But it's
Yeah,
still
it's scary.
that's part of what I deal with,
Yeah.
you know, and you too, you
Yeah.
know. Um,
I don't think we think of it as much because all we do is just we want to think about helping someone.
yeah.
I don't think that comes through our mind.
You know, and I do think having, and people have told me, homeless people I've worked with in the past, they're like, don't ever get rid of that camera because
Yeah.
that's what helps you. That's your protection. I mean, a lot of times people think I'm a cop.
Yeah.
Like you probably get that once
Oh,
in a
yeah.
while too. Yeah. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing about it. What's the worst thing you ever experienced living outside? I already asked you this question once, and you got time to think.
Man, I mean, I don't know about the worst thing while I was homeless, you know, but like every day was the worst. Like just addiction in itself, losing my soul to the devil, you know.
You mentioned last time on the podcast that's never going to come out um, that looking in the mirror.
Yeah, looking in the mirror and like seeing a ghost, like seeing
Did you avoid mirrors? Like, so you wouldn't have to look at yourself?
more of like a metaphor, not so much literal, you know, like
Yeah.
I just couldn't stand who I was, you know, so I was hiding all that pain with in drugs, you know.
I've been there, bro. I know what it's like, and you get to a point where you're looking at something that's not you, but like you've almost given up or gotten past that, and yeah, it's just not the same.
Giving up. I had no hope. Like the best thing I ever was in my life was like a dad, you know, like
Yeah.
and I left my kid behind. I messed up with this other girl and a kid, like it's shameful, man. Like I've been an uncle since I was 8, so I've always loved like being there for kids and taking care of them.
Yeah.
And to just throw all that away to get high, it's heartbreaking. Like I still can't believe I did it, you know.
What was it like, you know, gaining that weight and getting back on your feet, having glasses, and being able to really see yourself again?
I haven't really seen myself until maybe this quite recently, you know, like early in recovery, like I wasn't okay. Like I had
It
a
was
rough
tough, man.
time. It was the hardest time of my life, really, other than being homeless and stuff. But like I wanted to give up all the time. I'd call this man flipping out and he'd just be there. It gets better, man. Just take it one day at a time. Life gets better and better being sober. Like, fuck recovery. The hell with this, you know. Wanted no part of it, but I stuck it out.
And you wanted to give up just because you knew you could get that kind of quick fix and that pain or whatever would go away.
I think that, but I also like I started using it at such a young age. Like I was never
That's all you knew.
it's all I knew, but I was never like I was never a man being clean, you know, like I
Yeah.
was always on drugs like growing up my whole life and like so I literally had to relearn how to live like sober and you know like I was not happy at all like for a long time. Like it took probably almost 2 months till I finally
Mhm.
started getting happy and it was because of my sister. Shout out to you, and I love you if you're watching this. I'd always call her flipping out too, just like him. If he didn't answer, it was my sister. Or if I knew he was busy, I'd call her. And like, I would just always be negative. And like, I took a step back and looked at it like in her perspective. Like, I'm her baby brother, and that's got to hurt her, you know, seeing me
Hmm.
going through so much pain, you know. And she has a lot on her plate. Like, her son's autistic. And she's up night and day with that kid because he doesn't sleep good. She put herself through nursing school. She works like 3 different jobs and has a niece too, but she's grown up now.
And she's still there for you.
She's still there for me, listening to me complain and yell and tell her F this, F that. Like, I'm done.
She's amazing.
Yeah. I don't know you. And if you're watching this, you're amazing. And thank you because the fruits of your labor are sitting right here.
Reached out to me while I was still looking for him.
Crazy.
His video, got a whole bunch of views, and she got my number somehow, whatever, and she reached out, and she's like, "That's my brother. I want to find him." And so immediately I said, "Okay, why don't you meet me down there one time, and we'll find him. We'll do an intervention." She was all for it, so we ended up setting it up, and I found him before she came down.
The day before she came down,
Yeah,
it was truly
yeah, and then we found
remarkable.
him, and we surprised him with her, and
And me and my sister before this, we did not talk for like, I don't know, too long, you know, like it was some dumb little argument, but I was always getting high, so I could hold a grudge like you wouldn't believe. And once you block someone, it's so easy just to forget it, you know,
yeah,
like. Yeah. So we didn't talk for many years, and then all of a sudden, this dude shows up with her, like,
What was that like, bro?
unbelievable. I was like, no freaking way. She's just gonna want to yell at me or something like.
And did you have glasses at that time? So could you see, like, you saw her well enough to know it was her voice, everything like that?
I couldn't see her, but I knew it was her, like from her voice. Yeah,
But she brought you glasses.
brought me. She had tracked down my old eye doctor, got my prescription, and ordered me some online.
So you guys kind of worked together on that?
yeah. No, she got the glasses, but we worked together to just get him, what he.
Wow. Dude, that's so cool.
And
That's
like
so
ever
cool.
since that day, she's been there through thick and thin for me. You know.
You know, and your glasses, like, my girlfriends are way thicker, bro. Like,
No,
I don't know, dude.
seriously, these are like the bottom of a Coke bottle.
No, dude. Like, I'm not looking through those. My eyes will start watering, dude. But no, my girlfriend's got some pretty thick ones too. So she's blind when she doesn't have her glasses in the morning. Like, where am I? Whatever, you know. I dropped them on the floor. Help me.
Feeling around to find
yeah,
it.
but I don't know what that's like. I got good eyes, so it's definitely different, man. That's something I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I have glasses too.
Okay.
I don't wear them.
I've seen you wear them sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You contacts most of the time?
No.
No?
I just don't wear them.
Okay, so
I don't
they're not
really-
like really strong.
Yeah, I'm not really blind. I mean, I can see.
Yeah.
I can't read like, something far away, whatever. But yeah, and the other cool thing too is like not only his sister that he's reunited with, but like his son. He's getting, slowly getting him back in his
Yep.
life.
So you have a daughter and a son. Okay. And your son's how old?
12.
12.
Looks just like me.
Yeah.
I had full custody of him.
Okay.
I was still in addiction, but I had my own apartment, and his mom became homeless with his brother and sister. And at first, I'm like, good, you deserve it. Like, I can't stand you. But I took a step back and I thought, my kid loves his mom no matter what. So I gave her my apartment, and I moved to my best friend's house. He's like my brother. We've been friends since the second grade.
Yeah.
He lived like 2 houses down from me. And so the first night she was there, she sent her other 2 kids. They're not my kids. They're from her ex-husband. She sent them away. So she was like alone in my apartment with my kid. She destroyed the whole apartment like it was a disaster. She overdosed. My kid flipped her over on her stomach, called the police, and then he couldn't reach the law.
How old
He
was
was
he?
only 5 at the time, just turned 5. Wow. So he was like 4.5, 5.
Crazy.
And he did all that.
Does he remember it?
Not really. Like he remembers something
know,
happened.
that
he
might be a
remembers that
good
I
thing.
stepped in the
Yeah.
picture and like got him. I think he does remember. Actually, he knows.
Those are those things that we block out, though.
Yeah.
So that'll come back, but that's pretty amazing. Sounds like you got a pretty good son, dude.
The best son in the world.
Yeah.
He's like me, but 10 times better.
Are you ready to have your kids in your life, custody-wise, and spend time?
Absolutely. I just need to get the hell out of this sober house.
Yeah, and you'll be there. You'll be there soon.
Everything happens on its own in good time.
Yeah.
Just have faith.
Yeah, you don't want to rush it.
Don't rush nothing. Absolutely. Being in the sober house is helping me get custody back because they hold me accountable, drug test me all the time, make me do all these dumb rules.
Are you afraid to be by yourself in your own place?
Right now, no. I know how I was before, and that was bad. Like, I got lazy. As I was like trying to get clean one time, but I was still like taking subs and smoking weed, but I wasn't doing dope. But once I got my own apartment, I started letting people come, like spend the night, give me some bags, and it was just downhill from there.
And I'm sure you already know this, bro, But the best advice I could give you when you do get in your own place is don't try to help somebody else get back on their
Absolutely
feet.
no. I
You got
just gotta
time.
focus
You
on
got to
myself.
put in
I'll
time,
help
bro.
them.
Yeah, you know who to send him
help
to,
them.
bro. Like he's got this. You know what I mean? You got to work on you, your kids. You got to be a dad. You got to do all that. You got a job, you know, and you know your boss is cool, but if you're slacking, he'll still
I
get on
gotta
you.
be strict here and there.
Yeah,
Bro, I don't think you have the heart to be strict. One day they dropped me off at
Come
a
on,
job
everyone's
site.
gonna know this.
it's gonna go from the good boss to the too nice boss, huh? No,
That's right, though. I am too nice to everyone.
But Joey, he's a project manager, great guy. They dropped me off at this place, and like I had to chainsaw a bunch of trees, cut them up, and drag them out. Joey calls him up and is like, "Yo, this dude's just been sitting on his phone the whole time, didn't do anything. You need to send him to boot camp. The heck with rehab, yo." And Victor was just like, "Oh well, that's unfortunate. Something real like
Yeah.
I wasn't even mad about
not
it.
even mad. Like
that's you know, like I think Gary Vee says like the best way to grow a business and get good employees is to fire faster. Yeah. And
I don't
I'm
think
curious,
you got the
bro, you
heart.
being a
where-
business owner,
Fires.
you know,
Have you fired anybody before
I mean, yeah, but it's like they fire themselves.
from not showing up? But
Yeah,
like no
they
one
do
was on the
something-
job, and you're like, "You're fired."
Yeah,
Pull
I
the
still
Donald
give them
Trump.
a chance, but then they just keep doing it, and then, you know, somehow, some way, we just separate.
Yeah.
You know, it's very rare when I fire someone because I just don't have it in me.
Yeah.
You know, I feel bad.
They'd have to do something real bad.
I know Nevada, it's a right to work state, meaning you like don't have the right to work. So like you can get fired on the spot if you just come in with the wrong color or whatever. No, they don't need a reason to
Wow.
fire you for anything. Like, no, I don't like you today. Get the heck out of here. You smell. Bye.
It's crazy.
I don't know what it's like here, but
Does
I
that
honestly
mean
don't
you
even
only
know.
pay one tax too?
yeah, we don't pay state tax.
Only federal
Only
tax.
federal.
That's how it is in Florida, right to work state.
Yeah.
You only pay federal. Not
I don't
state.
know if that's related, but I mean, it could be. I don't know. I'm not that, not
Never
that
been
into all
into
that stuff.
that.
It's hard enough knowing my own state and what I need to do. You know, like I have had that experience myself. His sister reaching out to you with a lot of people hitting me up saying they know people in my videos. How often is it on point, and how often do you have it where it's like it's not actually the same dude they think? I've had both. I've had people send me pictures, and it looks very close to this person I'm working with, but it's not them.
I haven't really had that happen. Some people just reach out and say, "Hey, I know that person." I never really go any further with it.
Yeah.
It's funny, the kid that I had that encounter with that was, you know, a little scary. Someone reached out and they said that who he was. They went to high school with him. He's from Washington State or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I just
Now they know where he is.
now they know where he is. So it's good. What we're doing, making these videos, is allowing people to see what's going on, reconnect with relatives that they've never, or friends that they've never seen in a while. So it's kind of cool.
Totally, man. And
You
I've
guys
had-
posting these videos, sorry to interrupt you, man.
No, you're good.
Has completely opened like I used to think everyone in the world was crap. Like there was no good people left.
Yeah, there's
you
a
know?
lot.
And this has opened my eyes to the fullest how many people are out there that actually genuinely care about a complete stranger, you know, like Victor making these GoFundMes, so many people with the kindest of hearts, you know, have just been trying to help, like are inspired by like seeing someone do good and they want to help themselves, you know, like
yeah,
it's truly a beautiful thing.
I've had quite a few people reach out, and like I've reconnected family members. They know where they are. I've even had kids be like, "That's my dad," and I didn't know if he was okay. I didn't know if he was alive or dead. And now I saw him. And not only that, I saw you give him things he needed. And I thank you. I appreciate that. Now I know where he is and that he's alive. And that was like a time where I just buy someone a cheeseburger and give him a backpack. Yeah. But it still made a huge difference. So like those are the kind of things in the beginning, especially, that really kept me going, even when I didn't have a lot of money to spend. Because it's like, who knows? I might reconnect somebody. So that's been really, really cool, really beautiful. Uh, Negativity, though, I get not a lot, but I feel like it's loud. You know what I mean? Like, I could read hundreds of positive comments. It's great, great, great. But
Yeah.
there could be one negative one that's just like, oh,
Yeah. Some
man.
people are nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I like is when someone leaves a negative comment and then you got the people that support you, they jump on them.
Yeah,
They
dude.
jump on their
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, in the beginning, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend told me, she was like, trust me, your followers are going to handle that.
Yeah.
Just be patient.
Yeah.
And then like another month went by and it was like, whoa.
That person's off social media.
Yeah, like, dang. Now my
Yeah.
comment section is mostly positive. There's
Yeah.
very little negative. Do you notice a difference between platform?
What do you mean by a difference?
Like as far as the vibe and positivity, negativity, things like that. Support,
You know something?
whatever.
No. You know something? TikTok has more trolls. Instagram is more real. YouTube is more real. TikTok has a lot more trolls simply because there's just so many people on it.
Yeah.
A lot more younger people. I think maybe now it's different, but before it was all younger.
Well, and I think because TikTok is more, it's not subscriber or follower based. They'll put your videos out to new people all the time if you have a good one. So they're people that don't necessarily know you. And so they're new and they see what you're doing and they just drop a negative comment. But on the other platforms, there are people that support you, that know you, that have seen you. And so there's more of a reputation there. I don't do well on Instagram, man. I just can't grow there no matter what for the life of me. And I put the least amount of effort in that platform out of all of them. But in the beginning, maybe this is why, but in the beginning, I got a lot of negativity. And it was like, I started there after already being everywhere else and being established. So it's like, wait, what do you guys, where are you coming from? Do you guys even know me? Like, I've been doing this, man. Like, and people would come from other platforms and be like, dude, Nate's the best. Nate does this. Like, he's a good dude. He's not doing this for the wrong reasons, whatever, great stuff. And eventually now it's at a point where it's like, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, and people have to trust you, Like I told you, the stuff I went through, people accusing me of stealing money from my nonprofit, not helping the people. And, shame on them. I know that I was helping people. The people that I helped know that. And, I got through it. And then people gain more trust from me, I believe.
Yeah.
Because they see that I continue to do it. I mean, I think if I was stealing money from people or just doing it for the views and someone tried to say I was stealing a whole bunch of money, I think I would stop.
You'd have been struck down by lightning. bro.
Yeah.
That'd have been some bad voodoo or
people
something.
were like
man.
reporting me to the attorney general, this and that. Like not multiple people. Like I'm talking probably hundreds of people would report me there. I'm good. Like if I stole money, I think I'd be looking at jail time. I mean, wouldn't you think so?
I don't, yeah.
So I would stop.
Something bad would come from it for sure.
So it was just jealous people that got the wrong information, and it's over with now.
I only was going to say, I don't know, because all those damn scammers that are impersonating us and getting away with their
Yeah, I
fake
know.
accounts and whatnot all the time
Yeah,
blows
it's
my
crazy.
mind. I don't even know how they're still doing it with hundreds of thousands of followers and stuff.
It's nuts.
It's nuts, dude.
People message me and say, and I feel bad because they say, oh, I lost $500. I lost $1,000 because of your other account. It's like, what? It's not even my account.
Heartbreaking, bro.
If anyone sees another account,
And
don't
if it
believe
doesn't have 3 million followers, it's
and
big.
not even that, it's the good boss, OFFFFFICIAL. It's like, are you really going to believe that?
I saw one today that was Justin Nate. And I'm like, it's just like the whole point is I'm just me. And I'm no more than that. I'm only a dude. And that's it.
People, some people just don't think about it.
They're even combining my picture with his profile now.
Oh, that was the funny thing on Justin Nate. All the videos and the photos were of greatness.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah,
The
dude.
real
So
greatness?
it wasn't even me, bro.
That's
It's
funny.
like, oh,
he gets a lot of hate too.
Yeah.
The real greatness. People saying that he's scamming people. It's awful. I mean, if you're scamming people, shame on you.
Yeah, don't get into this if you're thinking you're just gonna do it for views
Yeah,
and
it's not gonna
get
last.
rich.
Tell you right now. It's not gonna last.
Speaking of getting rich, bro, a lot of people think because we have millions of followers,
Yeah.
we just got money just pouring in, bro. We can go buy Lamborghinis and all that stuff.
I didn't tell you about my mega mansion I just bought. I just bought one. Yeah, I mean, people think that we have a ton of money, and it's crazy because I struggle.
Yeah.
People don't understand. He sees it. He sees the behind the scenes. I struggle. And, I have a very expensive overhead operating cost to run my business. And sometimes we don't get paid when we're supposed to.
Yeah.
So, and my payroll is very expensive.
So, like, one thing that brought my dad's business under at one point, we had a really big El Nino that came through in California. And there was no work. It was landscaping. And he still kept his guys on and kept paying them because he didn't want them to,
to go away.
Yeah. And that's really what drove his business into the ground. And he ended up we went bankrupt and he lost his
payroll
business.
Will really do that to you.
Yeah.
If you own a business, watch your payroll. Believe me, because it hurts.
You got to take care of your people, but you got to make sure you still have a business too. It's a balancing act.
In, you have to cut back some hours, or you have to let someone go. As hard as it's going to be, you have to think about your family as well. Maybe find another job for that person you have to let go. Look around, But yeah, it's I'm just your average business owner. I'm not rich by any means.
Yeah. Rich in the heart with a heart full of gold. That's where it counts,
and that's one
you guys.
thing, bro. I do feel wealthy because I'm very happy. Yeah. I have everything I need. And I don't want really expensive, stupid crap.
Absolutely.
I bought this shirt at Walmart.
Yeah,
These are
I
Old
shop there
Navy
too.
jeans, bro. Like the nicest thing I have are my Vans.
Yeah.
I just love these Vans, dude.
I'm in this every day. I barely even wear regular clothes.
Right?
I'm always in work clothes.
Always wear clothes.
When people say, you don't work. It's like, really? You think I just wear this like for Halloween?
Look at his boots. That
look at
tells
my
you
boots.
everything.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Nah, bro,
What is
you
that?
painted that on there.
Yeah, I got this spray paint.
No, yeah, I see it, man. I see it because I remember what it's like too. I've been there myself. I get all this on your pants right here, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that didn't come from nothing. You were working.
Working my
And not from living outside. That's from working.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I hope that I can help people full time. That's my end goal. I have great guys that are running my business with me still there. Yeah. But I want to go further away. I want to oversee my business from afar so that I could do this more full time.
Yeah.
That's the way I think of it. But I want to do it more full time.
I just can't believe that I am where I am today. But I mean, I've built this. I've worked for this to get to this point. Yeah. So now I just help people all the time.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of background stuff that I would love to pull away from.
Yeah.
Video editing, setting all this kind of stuff up.
Yeah.
Just
I'd
like to pull that away from that and be just helping people.
Yep.
Somebody I know he knows somebody or works for a YouTube channel that makes like $800,000 a year. Yeah. And I was like, he's like, you could be there one day. And I'm like, dude, I just see that as being like 8 awesome jobs for people. Mm-hmm. I can employ 8 people and pay them well.
That's right.
I don't look at that like, sweet, I'm getting a Lambo.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go rent one for a day if it comes to that, bro.
That's right. Enjoy it for one day and that's it.
That's all I need.
I have my car. I have my little toy.
Yeah.
And I barely drive. I still have a payment on it. It's not like I paid it off in a couple weeks.
Yeah. That's a sweet Mustang, bro. That thing's nice. It's beautiful. I love it. So like with what we do, I think you've already answered the question through all of this about the negativity of people saying that we shouldn't film this, we shouldn't do this. But you seem to stand on the other side of that.
Absolutely, man. I think you guys are doing great. Everything the both of you guys do, you're changing people's lives. And even if like you only do one life a year, man, that's still one life saved. There's one life to give,
And I've done like one a month the past year.
Putting it over.
I didn't do it by myself, so I've had a lot of help. Everyone that has been there, I appreciate you all. Yeah.
Yeah. No, me too, man. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for everybody else. It's like I always say, man, I'm just me. You're just you. And together, we're just us. That's my company is Team Just Us.
I love it.
And if we work together, we could do a lot more.
And where do people go to buy your stuff and
So
support?
for me, you go to justnate.com, and right now everything on my website that is for sale is buy one give one. Every time someone purchases one, I have one to go give away. As of now, we have socks, hats are coming, blankets are coming, hoodies are coming. A lot of the things that I'm selling are the most requested items I have outside that are also hard to get when I go buy them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's I'm trying to put homeless people first and the needs of them first, but relate it to what other people need too, so that they could purchase it, they need it, and now I can have some to give to people. And if this company grows to a point where I have millions of items to give, obviously I can't go running around town doing that, making content around it all
Yeah.
day, but there's so many charities and places that could use a large amount of
Oh, yeah.
donations, maybe even the Good Project, whatever it may be. And I'll have an access of things that people need.
Yeah,
So
that sounds great.
I'm excited. And the biggest thing is to be able to give people jobs.
Yeah.
I want to be like you, bro. Which I know I'm signing myself up for headaches. I
Yeah.
know it's going to be
Get
tough
ready.
working around people's personalities and schedules, and
Yeah.
especially people that live outside. And you just compounded everybody's problems,
Yeah.
But like regular people that live inside, their problems of whatever the dog did this or that, compared to like I didn't have a way to get to work, or my whole camp was raided and I literally have nothing now. Kind of a different excuse to get to work. You know what I mean? It's a little different. Like, I forgot to charge my phone. My alarm didn't go off.
I've heard the
Everything I
excuses.
own is gone. It's slightly
Yeah.
different, but I'm gonna have to deal with all that,
That's right.
and you do too.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited, but it's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah.
But this is what I want
But
to
you'll
do.
do it. I have
Yeah.
faith in you. So,
Yeah,
and I see us meeting up halfway across the country and just making a massive impact one day.
yeah, dude.
So get ready.
There's
10
gonna be
years
some-
from now, I want you guys to see us. We're going to make a massive impact.
Yes, I'm excited for that, bro. Lots of things to come from us. Yeah, that for sure.
You two helped me so much this time around. Like, you don't even understand. Like, I hadn't been back to Lowell since I got high, and we went back there, all the three of us, more than the three of us, camera guys and all that, But I was not even scared. Like, it wasn't, I thought, like, before going back to Lowell would be like a trigger. It'd be the worst thing in the world, but it truly opened my eyes. Like, seeing places I got high at, people I got high with, like, it wasn't a trigger, but it broke my heart. Like, seeing someone in the same shoes I was in and not being able to do anything. We all
Yeah.
tried to help them, but they didn't want it,
Yeah.
And like, that's just heartbreaking. I wish we could help everyone. Like, I would love to help you guys for the rest of my life, helping people. Like,
Well, let's do it.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't ever go back, and let's keep going forward.
Only going forward,
That's
one
it.
day at
That's
a time.
right, bro. That's right. I'm really glad I've been able to spend this time with you and meet you. And I've been telling you this a lot since I've been around you, but dude, you are an inspiration to me. You are the star. You are the famous person to me, bro.
He's
Like,
right.
No
he's right.
joke,
He
dude.
really is.
Like,
Heartwarming.
you're special, and you have not only changed millions of people's lives, but you keep people like me and Vic going,
Oh, yeah.
and you make us continue to do what we're doing. And that's beautiful, man. That's powerful. And you've changed a lot of lives yourself.
A lot.
It all started with $1.
That's
A
right.
dollar
Started
and
with
a dream.
dollar and a video.
I'm not here for
and-
the dollar. I remember when I said that to you. But I still gave it to you anyway, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
That's right. It did.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing, man. Is these videos do so much more than anybody really can grasp, and we just need the platforms to keep pushing them out.
It's funny though. You say that, like a lot of people say, you do it for views, this and that. The people that I've had success with got millions and millions of views. His video got over 26 million views. The other person I helped at first, over 26 million views. Troy, over 10 million views.
Yeah.
And all the people that I've helped before, like millions of views.
Now, like for me, I've noticed too, like there's this thing where I've noticed people that are willing to do more on their own when it comes to legwork and setting up appointments or setting this up and getting it going, and then just going, hey, I need a little help with this,
Yeah.
tend to be more successful in the long run than the ones that count on me for every single thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes those ones aren't as animated on camera or with the experience, and they don't get the same amount of views.
Yeah.
But if anything, they almost need more help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because they're the ones who are going to keep going and keep doing
Yeah.
it. And so that's why it's important, even if the views aren't there, that people, we still need donations. We still need whatever.
Right.
We still need funding to come in to make sure we can help the people that really need the help, even though we're not getting views.
Yeah.
And there might be some that happens on the account, and for some reason, the views just aren't where they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean we're doing anything any different.
Yeah, no. I mean, views or not, we're still going to keep doing this. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the way I see it.
Financially, that's going to be the only hang up.
Yeah.
That's the only
it's
hang up.
definitely, it's hard.
So we do it, but as much as possible.
Yeah.
But the more we get, the more we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing with views and with what we do, I think, is there's a balancing act there. Yeah, I do it for views so I can keep doing what I do.
That's right.
I don't do it for views so that I can get rich and never do this again.
Yeah. You're putting the money back into helping people.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
It's the same thing you do.
Oh, yeah.
Like this dude gave out $500 to someone who gave him $5 at the store when he was shopping for Toys for Tots, I think. Something like that.
Yeah. A couple times I've done
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, dude, I've done this thing and painted myself into a corner with not giving out cash ever. It's a standard. I don't, and I just keep it that way because I feel like, how do I say, I can't give you any money, but then I can go and give this other person a bunch of money.
It's totally different though. Like he doesn't ever give like people like signing these people were established. They clearly had kids with them in the carriage.
Oh, and I'm not knocking what he's doing at all. I've just it's the way I am. And what I was going to say is I want to get away from it, or sometimes I wish I could break that. And I'm just like, that's the way I am. Once I say a certain thing, that's me.
No, and I get it too.
Yeah.
And I have like 3 different types of, not really videos, but 3 different things that I do. Random acts of kindness, helping the homeless, and getting people treatment. So those are the 3 things that I do.
Well, and being the good boss.
You're right. 4 things. Yeah, taking care of my guys.
Take care of your guys, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's that's one thing that I want to kind of work on, figuring a way to do better or something. I've just set this standard. I've stuck to it, and that's the way it's been. And overall, it's good. I don't want to just help homeless people. I'd love to help way more than that. It's just right now at this time in our country, it's so overwhelming that I feel like I can't do enough. You know what I mean? So what's your message to everyone out there that could be watching this?
I say the same thing every time you ask me. Nobody's too far gone to be saved. Just keep your head up and take it one day at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
And be positive. Play the positivity game because it can change your life.
What about you, Vic?
Staying positive. If you're having a bad day, just remember that tomorrow's a new day.
And you've made it past all your bad days so far.
And you can go as little as helping someone just by holding the door for someone that's walking in a store behind you or whatever. Just get rid of the negativity. It's going to get you nowhere.
I like to say to everyone just to share a conversation, not with just a homeless person, with anybody, any person. And especially if you see someone having a bad day, seems frustrated at work or whatever it may be, take the time to acknowledge them, ask them how they're doing, and actually engage in a conversation, not just the face value. Hey, how's it going? Great, bye. Get a little deeper than that, and you'll see that the ice gets broken real quick, and you can really turn someone's day around.
Give them a hug.
Hugs are good, man. I don't know if you guys have realized, but I like hugs, bro.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah. It's you don't have to be you can still be a man and give hugs. It's not a problem.
I'll hug anybody.
And real men cry too.
That's right. Real men cry.
That's right. That's right. Well, I think that's a wrap. You guys got anything else you want to say or anything?
I'm just grateful that there are so many people out there that do what we do, because there are. We film it. There are very minimal people that film it, but I know that there are a lot of people that, care like how we do.
I'm not going to go too long on this, but I want people to remember as well, like, yeah, we film it. Yeah, we're each one guy. Yeah, we've touched a lot of people through our videos, but there are so many projects, nonprofits,
Yeah.
and things all over that are unheard of, unseen,
That's right.
that are doing this work all the time and have been forever.
Mm-hmm.
And
Years.
so, when you see our stuff and you think of a way that you want to help in your own community, reach out to any nonprofit, any shelter, any
That's right.
food bank, and see what you could do to help out. If you want to go further than just engaging in conversation or buying the guy sitting in front of McDonald's a cheeseburger that's starving, see what you could do, help
right.
out. There's tons of ways all over the world.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Hell yeah. All right, you guys.
Thank you for having
If this
us.
video gets 1 like, the good boss is gonna take me for a ride in his car, you guys. So
All right, sounds
like
good.
it.
If this video gets over 20 million views, I'll let him drive my Shelby Mustang. 20 million views.
Come on, guys, let's go. How many for me to drive it?
It will help people along the way with that revenue.
I like that. 20 million.
All right,
Let's
get it.
go. Did I do it right?
Yeah, you did it good. Welcome to Boston. Thank you again for having us,
Bro. Thanks for the hat, too.
Yeah,
I've been
I should have
wearing
wore
it all
yours
day.
today for this, but
Yeah, I've been trying to keep it hanging up.
No, that's the thing. When I get home, this is gonna be mounted. I actually say
I already hung
everything.
mine.
Every time someone gives me anything, I have weird shit from people, like
Yeah.
nuts and bolts and rocks and stuff. But it doesn't matter. Like if a homeless person gives me something and it's meaningful, and they're like, "Dude, this is for you." That to me is more meaningful than anything else.
That's right.
Bro.